The Social Sciences and Humanities Students Association (SoSHA) has launched SoSHA Week 17th of November 2025, marking a new chapter for students in social sciences and humanities with the theme Supporting Our Own, Promoting Entrepreneurship in Social Sciences for a Sustainable Future. The highly anticipated event aims to kick off a week-long celebration of academic excellence, creativity, and innovation in social sciences and humanities. The event started with a march past and was attended by many important personalities, including Minister of Information Dr. Ismaila Ceesay and Dean of Arts and Sciences Dr. Malam Fane, with sponsors from Africell and Comium. It was a colorful event that was complemented by a musical interlude from one of the Gambia's finest artists, Hussein Dada. Reporting for Fine TV Gambia, I am Binta Jallo. Do stay tuned for more details.
It is often said that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step, and today we are more closer to our destination than ever. But today, I will first of all, before I delve more into the event, I will take this opportunity to thank each and every student who are present here today. This event would not have been possible without your support, your encouragement, and it is something that is very important and crucial to the progress of our dear association. For that very reason, please can you give a round of applause for yourself. So proceed forward. I would also like to acknowledge our various partners who are present here today. Ex- Especially Africell and Common. Please can you give a round of applause for them. Their support is what fuels the progress of these very programs that we are in. Without their support, this event would not have been possible. But today we thank God that it has come to light. Personally, further, I would also like to acknowledge the Dean of Arts and Science, Mr. Fane, Dr. Fane, the Dean is the biggest deal because he always there to be leading is one of the best. Proceeding further, I would also like to acknowledge Bekanya for their continued support. Please can you give a round of applause to them. Without more delay, I would also like to acknowledge the biggest artist who have brought today, today we are more proud than ever, and it shows the bond. We are proud to have such a great artist in the opening event. It's, it portrays the belief and it portrays the belief and as well as the unity among us. Proceeding further, I would also like to acknowledge the president of the student union, who is no other person than Mohamed Ghali. So just to give you a brief context of our event today, it is important for each and every one of us today to understand the role, the importance of the social sciences in our dispensation. The role of social sciences in our dispensation is not only important, but it is crucial to our time. So today we have picked this event, we have picked this theme that is supporting our own, promoting entrepreneurship in social sciences for sustainable future. This is something that is very important, considering the fact that today our society has faced a lot of problems, and it is the responsibility of the social scientists to come up with innovative ideas, build entrepreneurship mindset to ensure that the society is developed. It is our responsibility to bridge the gap between critical thinking and the real world. In this instance, we are moving beyond the theoretical aspects. And we believe that when we do this, we will create a diverse and resilient economy, an economy that is structured on development, an economy that is based on the labor of young people. And that is why we deem it as necessary to present such an important theme today. But I will not go deep down into some of these the team. I would like to please join me to welcome the chairperson of the social week, who is no other person than Ms. Kumibagi.
Yeah. Plug it, plug it. Hi, thank you so much. So greetings, Honorable Director of Bureau in absence here, the Dean of Animal Sciences, the Head of Division of Humanities and Social Sciences in absence here, the faculty officers, lecturers, and staff present here, the media houses, invited guests, my dear fellow students of SoSHA, yes, of Mama SoSHA, and everyone present here. As the chairperson of the 2025 SoSHA Week, it is my distinct honor and privilege to welcome you all to this momentous occasion. Today, as we gather to mark the official opening of the SoSHA Week 2025, we do so with a shared vision. A vision of empowerment, innovation, unity, and sustainable development. Ladies and gentlemen, this year's theme, supporting our own, promoting entrepreneurship in social sciences for a sustainable future, is not just a statement, it is a call to action. As Michelle Obama once reminded us, success isn't about how much money you make, but it is about the differences you make in people's lives. Entrepreneurship, therefore, is not just a means of personal gain. It is a tool to create meaningful change in our communities, to solve societal challenges, and to inspire others to rise and live, reflect a timely reality within the Bible. In 2025, young people of this country continue to face unemployment challenges. The dependency ratio remains a nightmare, and thousands of youth are dying on the social pathway junction. These challenges are alarming, and it calls for a transformational spirit. A move from job seeking to job creation, from dependency to innovation, from waiting for opportunities to building those opportunities. And as a student of the social sciences and humanities, I strongly believe we possess a deep understanding of society, its structures, its cultures, its challenges, and its possibilities. And that is why these places us in a unique position to lead such conversation on sustainable development through entrepreneurship and creative thinking. Ladies and gentlemen, and our invited guest present here. Entrepreneurship within the social sciences is not just confined to business goals, but it embodies innovation, problem solving, leadership, and community empowerment. It means transforming knowledge into action, designing solutions to societal challenges, and inspiring others to see opportunities where obstacles exist. With the right support, I believe young people can drive meaningful change by developing initiatives that reduce unemployment, strengthen communities, and contribute to national development. It is against this backdrop that this year's social week is keen on supporting our own, promoting entrepreneurship in social sciences for our sustainable future. The objective is to provide a platform for youth students, experts, and partners to engage in dialogue, share experiences, and explore entrepreneurship as a tool for social and economic transformation. Our sub-team promoting ethnic tolerance for a peaceful coexistence seeks to encourage unity among young people and communities, promote peaceful coexistence, and addresses stereotypes that hinder social cohesion. Ethnic tolerance is fundamental for any society that aspires for peace, stability, and sustainable development. It is through mutual respect and openness that communities thrive, and it is through peace that entrepreneurship and progress can flourish. Ladies and gentlemen, as we open this significant week, I extend my profound appreciation to the 20th Executive Council of Mama SoSHA for your tireless dedication, and to my able task force committee members for their unwavering commitment, hard work, and excellence in driving this vision forward. I also acknowledge our alumni who played a crucial role in this initiative, whose continued support, guidance, and presence remain a source of strength and inspiration for all. But most importantly, I commend you, my fellow students, you that are present here, the true heartbeats of this dear association, your enthusiasm, your resilience, and creativity continue to fuel our collective mission and give life to everything we do. And we're saying thank you all. Before I proceed, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the Director of Bureau, Dr. La, who is not able to make it here because unforeseen circumstances. However, his exceptional understanding and invaluable assistance in ensuring the success of this initiative. A special thanks also goes to Officer Korean and the Ministry of Communication, Navy, the Water, as well as other institutions that noted and supported our efforts in various ways. Your contribution means more than words can fully express. The future of the Gambia rests not in intentions, but in actions. As Dr. Kwame Nkrumah reminds us, history will judge us not by what we intended to do, but but why what we actually do. Therefore, let this week be a turning point, one where we choose innovation over hesitation, unity over division, and responsibility over compliances. Let us commit ourselves to supporting our own, embracing entrepreneurship, and promoting ethnic tolerance as pathways to a sustainable and peaceful value. It is with great honor, with pride, and with humility that I, Miss Oliver, declare the social week 2025 officially open. May this week inspire us all to pray, to lead, and to transform. Happy Social Week 2025, children of our society. Long live this association, and long live to us all. Thank you so much.
Hello everyone. Thank you very much, Madam Chair. On behalf of the task force, we have said everything, and without wasting much time, good afternoon to our able dean. I think I am safe to say he is the dean of all deans. Dr. Fana, welcome. To our donors and partners, Chromium and Africell, we recognize your presence here with us. And to the former SG of Mama SoSHA, who is now here as a partner on behalf of the Kenyan, we appreciate your support. There is no sub-association without the student union, and we are glad to have our president here with us, Mohamed Galan. When it comes to youth of the Gambia, my brother here today, it's of yesterday that I reached out to him, and he confirmed that he will indeed be present for the opening ceremony of SoSHA 2025. And again, he will be present for Face of SoSHA 2025. Hussein, when we are recording the representation of youths in the country, you are definitely an example for every young man has. It is an honor and profound responsibility that I welcome you all to the opening ceremony of SoSHA Week, a flagship event that stands at the intersection of engagement, leadership, and support to the world. This year's theme, supporting our own, promoting entrepreneurship in social sciences for sustainable development, invite us to re-examine the evolving role of the social sciences in the rapidly transformed world. Meanwhile, our sub-team, promoting ethnic tolerance for a peaceful coexistence, speaks to the national and continental urgency of sustaining social harmony in diverse society. The discipline of social sciences has historically been associated with critic analysis, yet the demands of the 21st century requires more than theoretical understanding. They call for innovation, enterprise, and problem solving. As the famous writer once said, education is not a preparation for life. Education itself is life. Thus, our academic journey must not end in the classroom. It must extend into entrepreneurship, policy advocacy, and social innovation. Supporting our own peers our innovators, our young creators becomes not merely a gesture of solidarity, but an investment in sustainable development. In this context, Social Week is positioned as a platform for showcasing student creativity, bringing academic knowledge and the practical application that will nurture a culture where the social scientists do not interpret society but will actively reshape it. Our progress is strengthened by the generosity and foresight of our donors and institutions. Partners, your support demonstrates an unwavering commitment to youth empowerment and academic excellence. As Nelson Mandela once reflected, it is always seems impossible until it is done. And SoSHA 2025 has proven to you all that we mean business. Through your contributions, what once seems aspirational becomes achievable. We thank you not only for your resources, but for your confidence in the potential of young Gambians social scientists. This week activities will help students to participate in range of activities to enhance both intellectual and civic growth. There will be an entrepreneurship exhibition where students will present their business ideas. There will be academic panel and dialogues, health and awareness initiative, and there will also be a community outreach as well as cultural display. And for the first time in 2 years, there will be face of social. This final component is especially significant in our national discourse. As diverse countries, our peace is built daily through the understanding, dialogue, and mutual respect. As Kofi Annan once said, we may have different religions, different languages, different colors of skin, but we all belong to one human race. Through the social community outreach is therefore not only symbolic, but is a reaffirmation of our commitment to peace, cohesion, and responsible citizenship. In the words that have guided many of our conversations and commitment, our readiness should be more than our challenges. On that note, I thank you all for your kind attention. Thank you.
Mr. President, and all members of the High Table. I am not sure whether I deserve all the accolades that you people are giving me. And I am not sure whether you are not doing what Shakespeare says, dressing me in borrowed clothes. And I want to seize this opportunity to thank SoSHA for coming up with this wonderful event. And the turnout is impressive. You know, Shakespeare again says in Moon and River Notting that victory is twice itself when the achiever brings on full numbers. This is a victory for SoSHA for coming up with these numbers. I commend the executive and the president and his team for this wonderful event. The topic you have given me is very challenging, but I want to start by reminding all of us that it is not easy to be an ambassador. And as an ambassador myself of the Great Ibadan School of History, I want to remind you that this date is very significant to me as a scholar. Because today is our Founders Day at University of Ibadan. And as we are here, University of Ibadan is graduating over 5,000 PhD graduates. Then, as an ambassador of the Great Ibadan School of History, I want to seize this opportunity to bring you fraternal greetings from the ancestors of scholars in Africa. And as youth, I want to remind all of us that we have the capacity to influence public opinion in this country at all times, if we want to. Like I have argued elsewhere, that in most times, African youths are used by African politicians and those that have control over monopoly capital for their own interests. And I want to challenge all of you to say no to what I call godfatherism in African politics and socio-economic engagements. As ambassadors of peace, you have to be alert of your responsibilities as the future leaders of your societies. And as Nkrumah used to say, in every country you go to, for there to be any revolution, the youth must be the spark of that revolution. And as young people of this country, you have a generational vision. There are two options. You can either fulfill that vision or you betray that vision. And that vision is to make sure that your society is united, your society is peaceful, and your society advances on the course of development. On that journey, certainly you will have a lot of distractions. A lot of forces will come your way, and some of those forces will want to throw dust into your eyes and use you to achieve their own economic and political gains. And as we speak here today, I want us all to recognize that our country is polarized, our country is sitting on a time bomb. We are sitting on a time bomb. Since there is anger everywhere, people easily get agitated, people easily get angry, and we are divided as a people. And as we sit down here, it is my submission that at the University of the Gambia, we are one of the most heterogeneous societies in this country. Because all of us come from different socio-cultural backgrounds. We come from different family backgrounds. We come from different ethno-linguistic backgrounds. Therefore, as ambassadors of peace, it is our responsibility to engage one another in very close engagements with respect and decorum. And if we are able to achieve that in a university setting, we can translate that into our communities, in our families, and use ourselves as agents of change, agents of bringing our people together. Particularly at this time of our modern politics, things are becoming toxic. Things are becoming toxic. Things are becoming toxic. And I fear for the future of this country if care is not taken. In this generation, the use of the social media is also creating a lot of challenge for us. And as I have argued also elsewhere, that African youth are beginning to use the social media to influence governance in their countries. We have seen what happened in Nigeria during the NSAS protest, when young people of that country utilize the social media to galvanize and mobilize one another. We have seen in the Gambia, during the 3 years Jomla protest, how government youths have utilized the social media to mobilize themselves. Recently, we have also seen how young people in this country utilize the social media to bring themselves together, to mobilize themselves in the gala, during the gala protest. Yes, we can use social media to agitate, to call reforms and push our agenda. But we must also be careful. If we don't utilize the social media properly, maturely, and in a very organized manner, it can be a source of conflict and a source of division among us. And on that note, I want to challenge all young people to embrace peace among yourselves. Let us speak peace, let us speak peace, and let us go out there and remind our people that we are one people in unity and diversity. And once we fail to do as young people, those that have other personal egocentric interests will begin to use you for their own selfish ends. And mind you, when they come and tell you to go and insult and fight your own brother or your own sister, say no. And as I said at the beginning, this country is divided. We are divided linguistically, we are divided along political lines, we are divided along regional lines. And it is commendable that one of your engagements as members of SoSHA is the community outreach. I want to task you to use that opportunity to speak to the people you find outside there and sensitize the communities, sensitize your people, sensitize your relatives, your neighbors, and let everybody understand that we are one people with one goal and one mission. On that note, I thank you all for your time.
We bear witness, not from afar, but from the dust that clings to our feet, from the ache that hides behind our teeth, and from the moments where our chest forgets to breathe. We bear witness to the land where courage wears handcuffs, where protest means prison and prison means your mother praying, your father praising, your name folded into charge sheets of unlawful assembly. But tell me, what law is more lawful than the cry for freedom? What constitution protects the silence of the oppressed? We bear witness to streets where officers in black forget the color of justice, where shields weigh heavier than conscience and tear gas answers questions meant for dialogue, where police vans open like hungry mouths, boys dragged by their shirts, girls choked by their arms, corporate. They shout as if bruises be democracy, as if batting be ballot, as if fear be food for belly. See section 25, subsection 1, paragraph A said we could speak. But each time we speak, our words return wounded. Freedom of expression sounds nice on paper until paper turns to ashes in the hands of those who will bow. See, then say na democracy with a run. But every protest na marathon of police booths. Then say freedom day, but na freedom we carry receipt, and if you not fit pay, na silence will remain. Then say journalists be watchdog, but if dog bark too loud, na chain go greet him. Then say you're free to report, but freedom we carry price, priced in tear gas, in scissors, and in stress drop quiet like midnight wave. We fear witness. So advocates vanishing before dawn, their faces erased before truth could speak their name. Enforced disappearance, that's how the books call it, but here we say they never came to. We fear witness. So prisons where sunlight forgets the names of those inside. Men who entered as suspects and aged into memory. Still waiting for verdicts written on files gone pale with dust. Because this land knows a crooked court. Justice shows up late if it shows up at all. Verdicts move only when money leads the way, so the rich have their cases dismissed before the ink even dries halfway. We bear witness to children struggling how to spell rights in a language their leaders refuse to fight, to women who speak and get silence in return, to girls who dream and get danger as refund, to the mothers at Serenum counting coins and their bags bent like commas in a story that never ends. We bear witness to sound minds lost to migration, to boats that never came home, to dreams swallowed by water with no borders. We bear witness to those struggling quietly, the silent, the depressed, the jobless, to graduates with certificates that cannot feed them. We bear witness. Thank you very much. We get here where the sun kisses bars that never rest, where hunger and hope wrestle in the same belly, where mothers pray, fathers sigh, and the youth, the youth count dreams like loose chain, never enough to buy a future. We get here where the politicians cutting their pockets while the streets they filled with broken promises, where the price of rice rises higher than our voices, where justice walks slow but corruption runs fast, where the protest is met with bulletins but silence is met with starvation. We get where the boys drown deep in the ocean's chest chasing a dream that the lands of rest where birds battle their innocence for visas where passports are tickets to anywhere but here where citizen is a burden and hope. It's a question we ask with trembling lips. They say it's stubborn, but we are tired of waiting. They say people in a job but help is failing. They say pray. Trust and hope on time, but how can we wait when we have lost our life again? Where they send us dreams with a broken spine, where we wait for change, but it's just a lie, where the most unchurched calls the faithful, but even God must wonder if we still here. Where elders tell us to be patient, but will patience parent fix these broken roads and give back what the government has stolen? We did. Where youth empowerment is a slogan, not a solution, where we are told to start businesses, but they tax us before we breathe, where they say education is key, but the keyhole is rusted and the door won't open forever. We live where every election, the anthem changes. This year would be different, they say, but faces swap seeds, hands remain the same, pockets grow deeper and deep. We just count the years. We did. Still fighting, still writing, still hoping for a Gandhi where we don't have to leave to live. We live here and we refuse to disappear. Thank you, Lord.
Please, if you are happy at this point, I want you to say SoSHA week with a difference. Thank you very much. Please, let's ahead, I would like to invite comment on stage to give us to give a remark.
You've been endowed with a lot of talent that you are using to add value to the development of this country. So we thank you for coming to join our students. to, to celebrate this auspicious occasion. Now, to your partners, our partners, because I am part of SoSHA, I cannot discuss SoSHA like it's an external entity. I am part of SoSHA. To our partners, Africell, thank you for your support and thank you for fulfilling your corporate social responsibility. And I think anybody who is a keen observer of Gambia will know that Africell is playing the role it is supposed to play in society. You're not only taking from students and society, but also giving back. So we thank you. We also thank you. Are not a partner. You are part of. You are the president of the student union. We have two presidents here today. We are the president of the Social Science Association, that is Ismaila Fadera, and the president of the SU. Both are presidents, just like how Adama Barrow is a president. A president is a president no matter the level. A president should be given and accorded the respect they deserve. So, Mr. President, thank you very much. And Chromium, I have a lot to say about Chromium, but I say very little. They are a partner to the government, a partner to society, but also now a partner to the university and a partner to SoSHA. So we thank you for support as well and for fulfilling your corporate social responsibility. Now we have the SoSHA. I understand that you are the chairperson of the SoSHA week. What 10 men can do, one woman can do. So the job she is doing, the job. Now please, the task that has been assigned to her, that she is doing alone, would have taken 10 men to succeed in the same task. So we thank you as well. I've witnessed so many SoSHA weeks, but I'll be bold enough to say this is one of the most successful SoSHA weeks. So thank you for your support, and thank you to all the students of SoSHA, particularly those who are present here today, for your dedication to the service of the nation. It is a great joy for me to stand here before you today because I'm returning home. Anybody who knows Dr. Ceesay, the synonym to my name is UTG, because UTG groomed me since I was a young academic. I've never studied at UTG. I've never experienced how it feels like to be a student at UTG, never. But I started teaching at this university at a very young age, in 2009. Some of you are not even born yet. Is it? So why now? Please. So this is 2025, that is 16 years ago. I remember the first class. Please. My first ever class that I took, Introduction to Politics. I never taught in my life before. I came back from Edinburgh University with a master's degree, and they told me, you are teaching Introduction to Politics. Then we were at the Gambia College in Brikama, and they showed me the classroom. That was all they told me. And I entered the class, and the class was full with students. I nearly backtracked. I wanted to run away and give up. But I stayed. Then I had students like Sid Matijau who were in that class, and Nimasata Kamara, and some other bright students. And that was the first time I taught in my life. It was quite an experience. It was there and then I knew that my passion was in the classroom. So therefore, since then I've had this thing with SAS, and we work together to develop the unit, and now it is a big unit. And I still teach though, for your information. I still teach at the master's program, the MIRD program, it means I'm still part of the university. I'm not here today as a lecturer though. I've been invited in my capacity as the minister responsible for a very important sector, the sector which oversees the media and broadcasting sector, but also the information ecosystem. We know information is power. And the Constitution makes it a right for citizens to access information, just as it is a right for citizens to access healthcare when they are sick, access education when they are young, but also access information. Because information helps you make informed decisions, they help you hold government accountable, but also they help you in making decisions when it's time for you to vote. But I've had quite an interesting journey, moving from academia to policy. My responsibilities changed, but my passion still remains in the classroom. And I still have the commitment to shape minds, young minds, but also inspire our nation's future. And you are the future of the nation. Today we gather around a theme that is very, very timely and very, very urgent if you observe across society. And the theme that I've been asked to speak on is called Honoring Our Ethnic Diversity for Peaceful Coexistence. I repeat, honoring our ethnic diversity for peaceful coexistence. Two words are critical here: diversity and coexistence. Now, if you have a philosophical, if you go to a philosophical journey of these two critical concepts, diversity, what does it mean? And coexistence. Even God Himself loves diversity. Do you agree with me? Because God created the world, isn't it? He created humanity. But He created man and woman. He could have created only man. Isn't it? Am I wrong or right? He created different animals, different species of fish and plants. He could have created only one type of animal, and one plant species and one fish species. But He created a lot of different species of animals and plants and fish and so on and so forth. It means God Himself loves diversity, isn't it? If you look at the nations of the world, we have the Chinese, the Africans, the Western Europeans, the Indians, the Arab. These are different nations of the world, isn't it? God would have created only one nation if He had wanted, only the black nation. It means God loves diversity. What is coexistence? That is living together. But in this manner, it is peaceful coexistence. That is, we live together peacefully. Not only among human beings, but also even with animals. We live with cats and dogs in our homes, isn't it? Some of us have pigs in our backyards and lizards. You name it, different animals. We live with them, we coexist with them. But sometimes we trouble them. When I was young, I remember we were so cruel to dogs that even the dogs knew we were very cruel to them. At night, when they pass, when they see us, they'll come slowly and they'll run because they knew we were going to stone them. But we were young at that time. Now we wouldn't do that. This is coexistence. So it's a very important theme. Now, universities are microcosms of a greater society. What do we mean by that? What you find in this room, in this campus, you'll find in society. You'll find a short person here, you'll find a short person in society. All tribes in this country are in this hall today. Am I wrong or right? All tribes. You cannot tell me there is no Jola here, or Manjago, or Sarahule, or Bolot, or Pula. They're all in this room. So we are macrocosm of the larger society. What is happening at the societal level is what is happening at this university. Therefore, in your lecture halls, in your cafeterias, in your student groups, you will encounter people with different backgrounds. People from different tribes, people from different regions of the country, but people who speak different languages as well, and different identities that are different from yours. And yet, even though they are different from you learn with them, you talk to them, you share ideas with them, you debate with them. You don't see them as different people. When you first meet a person, the first thing you see is what? Is it their tribe? Is it their skin color? Is it their gender? What do you see first when you see someone? What do you see first? What is the most important thing? What do you see? Their what? Their body. You are not serious. What do you see first when you see someone for the first time? What do you see? Their what? Huh? Their gender. Who is saying gender? No, not their gender. Huh? Their humanity. The first thing you see is their humanity. Today, if there's an accident, God forbid, and you're the first to arrive at the scene of the accident, and your action will be life-saving, do you see whether it's a man or woman, or Jola or Sarahule? You don't even want to know whether he is gay or straight. All you think of, how do you save his or her life? That is humanity. That is the first thing you see. Other things come later. Therefore, it is important for us to know that. And that is what we want to teach you on campus. That is, our diversity is not our weakness, it is our strength. Because across our country, from Katong to Koina, every ethnic group, whether it's a Mandinka or a Wolof or a Sarahule or a Jola or a Fula or an Aku or a Karoninka or Manjago, every ethnic group has a unique story, a unique history, a unique knowledge system, a unique culture, and unique customs. And because of that, Gambia has a very rich, when we say Gambia's culture is rich, is there any Gambian culture? Is there anything called Gambian culture? Is there any Gambian language? What is the Gambian language? What is the Gambian language? Huh? No, is there anything called the Gambian language? Just like, okay, let me help you. There's a Chinese language, isn't it? That belongs to it, that the Chinese speak. That's the English language that the English people speak. Is that anything called the Gambian language? Our language is a combination of the languages that exist in our territory. It is richer than the English language, or the Chinese language, or the Danish language. Is there anything called the Gambian tradition or the Gambian culture? It doesn't exist. It's a combination of the different cultures within the Gambia. And why did that happen? It has to go back to history. Those of you who are doing international relations, that is state formation in Africa, as opposed to state formation in Europe. That's the difference. European states are formed from bigger multinational empires. Then there was nothing like the state as we know it today, with a territory and with sovereignty and a government. It never existed before. Never existed before. At that time, what we had was multinational empires. And allegiance was cross-cutting and not to a state. The cause was that in 1688, the Peace of Westphalia, the Europeans decided to create states from this multinational empire. That is, big units, they form states. The Danish state, the Swedish state, the English, the French, and so on and so forth. That is why those states are cultural nations, as opposed to African states. Ours are smaller units and kingdoms. And in 1885, in Berlin, the colonizers formed states from these small units. And they call them states, bringing different societies into one country, and they call it the Gambia. That's how it started. So in the Gambia, we have different tribes living side by side, coexisting, but peacefully, forming a rich culture and a rich languages that we call the Gambian languages and Gambian cultures. It's important for you to take note of that. So therefore, the ethnic groups across the country, they are very unique and in their strength. When you weave them together, that is why someone once mentioned and say, he said the Gambia is a melting pot. You know what a melting pot is? When you want to cook super kanja, what do? You bring different ingredients and mix it and cook it, isn't it? Gambia is a melting pot of different languages, living side by side, intermarrying, getting intermarried, and so on and so forth. When you weave these ethnic groups together, they become a fabric of resilience and a vibrant nation. That is, the Gambian nation is a composition of all these ethnic groups living side by side with their rich cultures and their rich language. That is why Maya Angelou poignantly puts it as this, I quote, "We all should know that diversity makes for a rich tapestry. And we must understand that all the threads of the tapestry are equal in value." What does that mean? Is that in the Gambia, in this tapestry, in this cooking pot, no one tribe is better than the other. No one culture, no one language is better than, we are all equal. Because one cannot succeed if the other one fails. One cannot thrive if the other one is suppressed. The Mandinka tribe cannot thrive if the Manjaga tribe is suppressed, and vice versa. For all tribes to thrive, we all must not suppress each other, but we must support and respect each other. And that will be the success of the Gambian nation. So for diversity to thrive and enrich us, it must be honored, not merely tolerated. When we coexist, and for us to coexist peacefully, we must first and foremost respect each other. We must listen to each other and not judge each other. We must not have assumptions about people. We must rather get to understand their points of view. Why is Mr. X behaving the way he is behaving? Why is Y behaving the way he is behaving? Before you judge X's behavior, get to understand first why he's behaving the way he's behaving. Because Nelson Mandela said that he believes that what determines how a person behaves is down to nurture and not nature. We all come from different backgrounds, with different experiences, went to different schools, read different books, and had different upbringings. Why should I expect you to behave the way I behave? Why? That is judgmental. Therefore, understand people, get to know them, and know why they behave the way they behave, rather than making a judgments about them. But also, depending on where you stand on the ideological spectrum, so I know most of you did ideology, isn't it? Some of you are political science students. We prefer cooperation than competition. We prefer cooperation than competition. That is, as students, don't compete as to who will get the highest in class. Cooperate, so all of you can get the highest in class. But also what is important that you must also take notice that recognize people's shortcomings, but also respect and appreciate their advantages. When we say tribalism, what do we mean? Who can define what tribalism means for me? Tribalism. What does it mean when somebody is tribal? Somebody is tribal. What do you mean? Who wants to try? Yes. Please, guys. Yes, Someone who discriminates other tribes. Who else wants to try? When we say someone is tribalist, it's a tribalist, what do we mean? What do we mean? As far as I'm concerned, I've not seen a single Gambian who is tribalist in this country. I've not seen it. I've not seen a tribalist in this country. You disagree with me? You know why I say that? You know who's a tribalist? You know who's a tribalist? A tribalist is not someone who exalts his own tribe. No. It's someone who brings down other tribes and thinks his tribe is better than other tribes. And I've not seen any Gambian who does that. I've seen Gambians who promote their own tribe. Nothing is wrong with that. I've seen Gambians who are proud of who they are. They are part of the Wolof or Mandinka or Furo or Salahunde. I'm proud. And I promote my culture and my values as belonging to this tribe. It doesn't mean they are tribalist. No. I've not seen a Gambian who says that the Mandinka tribe is better than other tribes. I've not seen it in our social discourse. Maybe I miss it. Correct me if I'm wrong. I've not seen it. I have not seen in our I follow Gambian social discourse very keenly. I have never come across a Gambian, both online and offline, who is saying that my tribe is better than other tribes. I have not seen it. So there is no tribalism in the Gambia. And because of that, I'm glad. Now, from where I stand in government, ladies and gentlemen, I see that the divisions we create for ourselves are vanity. They don't exist. They are in the figments of our minds. They are just mere imaginations. I know that is why the organizer think that this thing is important. Because people think that ethnic issues are becoming issues. I don't see them as issues, to be honest. But remember also that nothing is wrong with discussing them. Because the very foundation of our peace, relies on us respecting our diversity but also coexisting peacefully. Because peace is not built only on speeches or policies alone. It begins here in the classrooms, in the lecture halls. If you coexist peacefully in the classroom, you will coexist peacefully in society as well. It begins with conversations you have in your classrooms, but also you young people choosing peace over being hostile to each other. Now, as students, you have an extraordinary responsibility as students. You are not only learning for yourselves. And that brings me to a very fundamental question. Why are you here at the University of Gambia trying to get a degree? Is it for yourself or for your family or for society at large or for your country? Why are you getting a degree? For what purpose? I'm asking a question. Who wants to answer the question? Why are you here 4 years of hardship, of sweat and tears, getting a degree? For what purpose? Is it for your own selfish interest, or for your family, or for your country? Huh? To serve your country. I like that. Huh? It's for your country. So therefore, you have a responsibility. You are preparing to lead. That is why you came to educate yourself, to lead your families, to lead your communities and your country. Because the values you practice now will shape the society we become. That is why education is important. And even if you look at the development index, the countries that invest more in education are the ones that are top in the index. Even at the family level, a family where everyone is educated, there is more chance of being successful than where there is no education. So the values you learn here at this university on this beautiful campus, the values of tolerance, of peaceful coexistence, of respect for diversity will help you in your leadership roles in the future. Don't make friends only with people from your own tribe or people who only look like you. Let your friendships cross ethnic lines and make this campus a training ground for coexistence. And when I say coexistence, I mean real coexistence, which is rooted in respect, in tolerance, but also in intellectual discourse. And let me emphasize this. Unity does not mean uniformity. We don't look to look the same. Like I said, God himself loves diversity. Are we all the same in this classroom? Even twins born on the same day from the same womb are different. Very different. You see two people born on the same day from the same womb, grew up in the same household, went to the same school and the same classroom, but they are different. In terms of, in fact, how they see the world, their worldview is different. So therefore, we don't have to look like the same. We do not have to speak the same languages or come from the same background to build a shared future. Our strength lies in our ability to stand together because of our differences, not in spite of them. As someone who once taught you within these walls, memories of my time at UTG as a lecturer, very, very fond memories. And now I'm serving in government at the policy level. I have a promise to make to you that a commitment to peaceful coexistence strengthens our country more than any policy could do it. Let me repeat, your commitment to coexist peacefully in the classrooms, in the lecture halls, in your villages and towns and cities and hamlets, a commitment to coexist peacefully is stronger and is more enduring than any policy can achieve. Because you are the bridge between the present we live in and the future we dream of. You are the link between the current generation and the next generation. They have a big role to play. That's not an easy responsibility. So because of that, I'll advise you to work hard so you can build a future with courage, with empathy, and with a deep love for the beautiful diversity that defines our nation. I'll close with a quote from Mahatma Gandhi. He said that our ability to reach unity and diversity will be the beauty and the test of our civilization. But for me, it will be the test of our nation. Now, as you go on to celebrate the SoSHA week for the next 1 week, is it? Yeah? I understand there will be what they call, what is happening on the 22nd, by the way? Face of SoSHA. What does it entail? Pageantry. Is it only for ladies or guys are taking part in the pageantry as well? You're looking for the most handsome guy. It wouldn't be you, Ismaila. So you are doing both for male and female sex categories. I like that. That's on the 22nd at night. So as you go on to celebrate SoSHA Week is a rich tradition. It's an institution. Been happening for many, many, many years. And every year I see it being developed and more successful. And this one, I think, like I said, I wasn't joking, I wasn't exaggerating. One of the best and most successful SoSHA Weeks is this one. So keep it up. Keep up the momentum. I think Umi has raised the bar a bit high. The person taking over from Umi might be sitting here. You have a big challenge to raise it beyond what she has done. You need to go do extra. It will take, like I said, 10 men to do what she has done. So congratulations to Umi and her team. Now my final advice to you is take your work seriously. The nation, the government, your parents, your guardians are paying fortunes for you to get yourselves educated. Don't disappoint. Take your work seriously. Don't come here and start lecturing around and playing around and engaging in stuff that don't add value to your life. Focus on your education and be disciplined. That is my advice to you. And I wish you a successful social week. And I'll join you on the 22nd at night. And if you allow me, I want to participate in the pageantry as well. Thank you.
Yeah. Please, can you join me once again to give a round of applause for Dr. Ceesay? In few days to come, we will be at the heart of communities. It is important and critical for us to understand and nurture ethnic diversity for peaceful coexistence.
members of the high table, and of course those in absence here, the Minister of Communication, other human sectors who could not make it to the end here of this event today. majority member of the previous declared council of the Social Sciences and Humanities Students Association, SoSHA. Of course, I would like to see you in emphasizing the fact that since being in the university for 4 years and being an attendant for all social I can't be position to say that this is definitely the best opening ceremony of this society. And I think very confident that this will be the best society in the history of society. I would not engage my own my views, so thank you of the university and the students in my program among us. And also the deputy minister, student area, the company argument minister. And looking forward to the students of the Social Science and Humanity Student Association. My warm greetings to each and every one of you. So far in 2025, it's been encapsulated with a very important theme that none of us can ever emphasize the much that we should. That is the promotion of entrepreneurship in the social sciences. We have seen the developing countries and the developed countries and how much entrepreneurship have impacted their development. However, as a nation, as we continue to drive for development, as we continue to drive for investment, we must equally reflect that we have other people that have made it in this country through entrepreneurship. The life of Mohammed Jaffur, the life of Mohammed Jaffur recently donated 15 million Gambian dollars to the three set for one of the limited higher education which I Africa was only able to make that 15 million in this country through entrepreneurship. And we were never someone who got himself into a very other business. And that in line through social academy. Equally, another important thing that is being discussed today is the promotion of ethical tolerance and for a peaceful coexistence. We know that we live in a very toxic society, which is a conservation of communities and the University of the Gambia. We have found ourselves in differences that we may not always be able to work out. However, there is always a saying that we can have our personal differences, but we should not allow that to reflect on our professional and ethical differences. Because only if we agree to ensure our professional and ethical differences will stop us from suffering and do the work of us from working together, then we will have a very successful nation, and that is what we call the good of that. Speaking of that topic of discussion today, the participation of students in extracurricular activities. It is real that I speaking to students in the social sciences and humanity education. People who live their life would be centered around engagement with people in society, and in so way would they only be able to develop themselves through the extracurricular activities that they are expected to undertake. And I am more confident in saying that the school where most of the students participate in all its activities is only the social science and in this one. It's not comparable to any other school within the university. You will come to the social science and division, where in fact today during this university, you've seen students from the faculty of law, students from the information and communication school, you've seen students from school of education, school of all coming to place an attention, not only because of its uniqueness, but because it's a school of society. It's a school of social being. And you know that these social beings are the same people that will always engage themselves in extracurricular activities. In our continued endeavors as students of the university, we are expected to continue the advocacy skills that we have. Because it's only through advocacy that we can sensitize the members of our community. And I'm pretty much sure that as part of the activities of this year's social week is to have a community outreach. I don't know where it would be, but I'm pretty much sure that the members of those communities would very much and will very much learn from the members or from the speakers that will be coming from your very own institution. But equally, we will not stop there. We continue working on some sporting activities in pageantry among other things. Because this are ways that we are able to come together as students of the university. It is to say that all work no play makes that a dog work, but usually all play no work makes that a dog work. But here I will say that our continued engagement in extracurricular activities as students of the university will only expose us, will strengthen our capacity, and of course will work in our social coexistence as students of the university. But equally, we will also have in ensuring that we come together with one voice in ensuring that we sensitize members of our community, and in so doing we will stand a chance of governing our community. But importantly as well, we will not be able to talk about extracurricular activities without mentioning the importance of taking up leadership responsibilities within the university and beyond. We are only ourselves because we are able to lead a majority. And in leading the majority, it takes you resilience. It takes everything that makes you a human being. And in so doing equally, are you expected to be able to socialize amongst people? We may not have people like we may not have the best social skills, of course, but we would be one that will be granted with integrity and dignity in ensuring that we give the best to those that we intend to be. But if you are in leading, you are exposed. In leading, you have experience. And in leading, you are connected. And in so doing, you will be at a position to give the best to the people that you lead. Therefore, I encourage all students of the University of the Gambia. I would not be better. I want to say I would encourage students of the social science and humanity division. Because, as I said earlier, the social science and humanity division is one of the best schools when it comes to social coexistence. But by extension to the rest of the students of the university, to continue their support in ensuring that in giving it to the sub-associations that they are led. I've always said that there is no sub-association, there is no union without the students. And this is only in reflection of the student participation in our extracurricular activities that we intend to support these students. Thank you all.
Home is the safest place to be, and SoSHA is that name for me. On behalf of the Executive Director of BKL, I sincerely extend my heartfelt greetings to the Dean of Arts and Sciences, the Head of Division, the Faculty Officer, and the lecturers of the Division of Humanities and Social Sciences in absentia. The leadership of the University of the Gambia Students Union, especially the President, His Excellency Mohamed Galan, the President of SoSHA, the Chairperson of the SoSHA with 2025, and all the executives of Social Sciences of Humanities Students Association, Mama SoSHA, and the representatives of various partners in absentia, and dear comrades, the SoSHAns. I greet you all. Indeed, I'm delighted and honored to represent the Executive Director of BKL in this very important and memorable occasion. And I am even more glad to speak on the Badimbu initiative of BKL and the Youth Peace and Security Agenda, which aligns with the sub-theme of this year's Social Week, promoting ethnic tolerance for peaceful coexistence. The perfect moment to discuss the issue of ethnic and political tolerance is now, as the country moves closer to an election year, which we are all bracing up for. On that note, Madam Chairperson, and your team, Diarama, promoting ethnic tolerance begins with recognizing the inherent value of diversity and fostering respect for all ethnic identities. If you observe our sitting here today, only a few of us can tell me that the person that they are sitting next to is from their own tribe. In fact, if we do not tell ourselves or introduce ourselves based on our ethnic group, no one can confidently tell which ethnic group to which we belong. I believe these realities are enough for us to understand that our diversity should not be a recipe for our division. Rather, it should be the source of our strength. Therefore, as change makers, let us be ambassadors of peace in our communities. Let us discourage ethnic division, stereotypes, and unjustified vilifications, especially in our political space. That is Badimbu is a Mandinka word meaning family house. The Badimbu is a transitional justice African mechanism that has been used in various communities across the Gambia. A mechanism that promotes peace, accountability, reconciliation, and community healing amongst community members. In fact, it is used to be one of the most popular means of solving disputes at community level in parts of the country prior to the The main goal of Badimbu initiative championed by Betanyang seeks to provide local solutions to local problems. It has been supported by the African Transitional Justice Mechanism Reform through the African Union and the European Union, in line with the EU Transitional Justice Policy. It was first implemented in URR, and in 2024-2025, the initiative has been expanded to North Bank region and West Coast region respectively. In communities such as Ceesay in Foni, Surubande in Woody West, Tambasansa in Jumana, and Jammun in Combo South, hundreds of disputes were successfully resolved thanks to the Badimbu initiative. On behalf of Betaya, I am proud to say that this initiative has made a lasting impact in strengthening community bonds, healing wounds of the past, and laying the foundation for a more tolerant and peaceful Gambia. It has shown that reconciliation is not just addressing yesterday's injustices, but about building tomorrow's harmony. The Gambia today is a youthful nation, with 73% of its population made up of young people. This demographic reality is not just a statistic. It is a powerful reminder that progress, peace, and prosperity in our country rests squarely under the shoulders of the youth. On that note, it is gratifying to highlight that the Gambia is recognized as the 6th country globally to have a national action plan on youth peace and security, as recommended by the United Nations Security Council Resolution 2250 and the African Continental Security and the African Continental Framework on Youth Peace and Security. This milestone demonstrates the commitment of Gambian youth in fostering peace and development. In addition, the Gambian Youth for Peace Coalition was launched on 16 October 2025, bringing youth-led organizations and relevant stakeholders together to champion peace-building initiatives across the country. However, for this coalition to succeed, young people must subscribe to the YPS agenda and take full ownership of it, because peace cannot be outsourced. It must be lived and practiced daily in our schools, communities, and political spaces. In conclusion, as students and youth, we have a unique role to play in rejecting intolerance, promoting dialogue, and building bridges across ethnic and political divides. Our voices, our actions, and our choices will determine whether the Gambia becomes a beacon of peace or a cautionary tale of division. Let us choose peace, let us choose unity, and let us choose development. Thank you all.